Hello everybody and welcome to the Sovereign Village Project. I'm standing on a kind of a special site here, which is a 10 by 10 patch of land that I'm going to be running an experiment on. I wanted to fill everyone in on the experiment at the very beginning of it, and I'm going to do continual updates through the channel on it as well. And the experiment is, I want to take one small parcel of the land that we're farming here at Hollowtop Farms, and I want to farm it using only plants that are already on the land. Nothing that we've planted, nothing that we brought on, only native plants. For example, I have right here on this patch, I have everything from blackberries to sumac, I've got wild lettuces, I've got plantain, I've got probably 7 or 8 different edible species already right here, some of which are perennial trees that are pretty decent size. So I've got a really good start already, but then I'll go around the property and anytime I find anything that's edible or useful, I will bring it to this patch of land. And what I'm going to be measuring over the next couple of years is, number one, how much quantity of food can I produce using only native plants, and number two, how much economic benefit can I get from that patch of land? How much can I really sell off of that? And so by tracking this experiment, I think it'll be really crucial info for a lot of people, because I think it will prove that even before you put a seed in the ground, we're already surrounded by incredibly productive plants that we really overlook. Most people in this area, the people who have been here forever, they think sumac is poisonous. I've had, every time I talk about it, people tell me, that's poisonous, you can't eat that. I say, no, poisonous sumac is poisonous, but sumac isn't poisonous. The poisonous stuff isn't even really sumac. But their grandma told it was poisonous because there's a slight similarity between this and the poisonous version. So undoubtedly, every mother and grandma along the way was just protecting her child, so she told them they're poisonous, don't eat them. She wanted to make sure they didn't confuse them. But along the way, we lost an important food source. So we're surrounded by these crucial food sources. And I've talked about in other videos how you can boost production of wild foraged edibles by adding compost, by opening up light, by treating them as you would any farmed plant. The only difference is that they're going to do way better in this environment because they're already adapted for it. So that's the experiment. We're going to measure this patch of land. It'll probably be 10 by 10 or 10 by 20. I'm still deciding exactly which parcel to use. And then we'll track the results and keep a careful log of everything that we get off of it, both in terms of food and in terms of what we can sell. I'm going to try to sell everything I can off of that patch. So it's going to be a fun experiment. I encourage you to try something like that if you have the space for it. Set aside a spot, learn to identify every single edible thing that you can on your property, dig things up, transport it to that site, and use what's there. Add the compost in, add the amendments, open up the light, really push those species and see what you can get out of it. If anybody's interested in doing this experiment with me, do let me know in the comments or email me at sovereignvillageproject@gmail.com, and we'll do it together, and we'll trade numbers, and we'll do a larger sample size. That'd be pretty fun. But that's the experiment. Let's see how much food we can get just off of the land before we even put a single seed in the ground. In the meantime, everybody, stay safe, be well, and happy homesteading.